work. It's just a question of solving these early problems.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Isaac, the duo at forward. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in at the center. And for Brooklyn, we've got Sharp. Williams is out there with Johnson. Then it's Cam Thomas. And it's Anderson in at the 1. With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, B.A., I think being on the road again in general, making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's what's the most challenging at first.
Now here's Williams. And he converts the layup.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Here's Wagner. On the wing, Isaac. Covered by Johnson. Clock at 6. Isaac's shot is off. Anderson against Suggs. Outside, Anderson. Pass to Thomas. Takes a 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Suggs. Williams grabs the board. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Well, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Basket counts.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Suggs against Anderson. A good look from Johnson. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. Soft touch off the glass. And Suggs has got his second basket of the game.
Look, Suggs knows how to assert himself inside. You give him a lane and he will attack.
Anderson finds Thomas over Suggs. Here's Sharp. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First trip to the line for him here.
Sharp at the line 2 times.
The first one falls. Good on both. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now Caldwell Pope. And so far, he's averaging 7 points a game. Here's Suggs. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now. Nets leading by 5. Outside, Anderson. Johnson a screen on Suggs. Anderson gets the bucket.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Anderson finds Johnson. Outside, Anderson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson.
Well, each year, Suggs comes on a little stronger, and he has really improved his efficiency.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the night now. That's good from Suggs. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Watford comes in for Johnson. Suggs hits them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Anderson against Suggs. Pass to Watford. Yep, that one goes. Now here's Wagner. Really had his troubles in the loss to Chicago. He just couldn't find his rhythm. And here's Suggs. Going inside, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Nick Claxton.
Suggs just staying active and goes to the line now.
And this will be his third and fourth free throws of the game here. That free throw no good.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
Martin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And he sinks the second. And here's Anderson. Really played well against Phoenix in his last game. To Martin, lets the three fly. On target from range.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Suggs against Anderson. Chalk up two there. Suggs has got 11 points.
Coming out hot, 4 out of 5. This could be a big game for him.
Outside, Anderson. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Magic trail by 9. Outside, Caldwell Pope. A minute 9 left to play in the first quarter. Suggs outside. 5 on the clock. Drives to the hoop. Kicks it out to Wagner. There's the triple. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Wagner's stretching it out. We don't see him take many shots out there.
Outside, Anderson. It's blocked. Wagner with it. No points so far. Suggs no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Anderson for 3. The shot comes out.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Wagner outside. Puts up a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Their last encounter in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
That one's good for 2.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Nets, up by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
So for Orlando right now, Goga Bitadze is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Anthony, and it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Here's De Silva, averaging around 5 points a game. Anthony, up and in on the layup. And now a 3-point Magic lead.
Well, Anthony certainly doesn't lack confidence. Spectacular move right there to free himself up.
Outside, Anderson. Left side, Johnson. Back to Anderson to halt the run. Knocks it down from distance. Anderson's got 5 now.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Anthony. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Anderson against Anthony. Anderson passes to Sharp. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Wilson. Offline with a 3.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
A nice shot by Houston. Houston's got 6 points in the quarter.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Anderson passes to Johnson. And the ball out of play. The Magic will have it. And checking out some numbers for Cole Anthony.
Over his last 10 games, his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Whitehead comes in for Thomas. And the Magic making a change here as well. Joseph is checked in for Isaac. To the left wing. Pass to Houston. Three-pointer, Anthony. Sharp grabs the miss. Nets trail by 5. Right side, Anderson. Misses the layup.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Houston. He has 6. From outside, off the mark. Outside, Anderson. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Wilson's gotten his first points in this one.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Pass to Houston. The 3. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Well, Anthony is going to see those gaps and exploit them. He's got good vision.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's going to talk it over with his guys. For Brooklyn, Nick Claxton. we end the first half. Magic out in front, leading by just 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome, everybody. A fun-filled evening underway, and before we talk about the first half of this game, let's see those power rankings. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuff between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel sandwiched between two great debaters. And turning back now to talk about the Orlando Magic. What a close game this has been.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. The lead is 2. Williams is out there with Cameron Johnson. Then there's Sharp, then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Anderson in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Now here's Thomas. It's Anderson on the wing. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Well, Orlando's shooting 52% from the floor so far. The 3 from Suggs. Sharp grabs the miss. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. Outside, Anderson. Pass to Johnson for the lead. Gets the 3 ball to go. Johnson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner for 3. Buries it from 3.
And that's big for Wagner's confidence when he's connecting from deep, especially in these answer 3 situations.
Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3 and D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite levels.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own. Free throw good, Thomas. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
And both free throws good for Thomas. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. You think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Rebounded by Johnson.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Now Williams. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Isaac against Johnson. Williams from long range. Orlando with the rebound. Suggs has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Caldwell Pope. He drops it from range. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Anderson against Suggs. And Anderson gets the 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
No one covering. Suggs has got 16 points.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Pass to Johnson. The 3. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Suggs, the pass to Isaac. Another shot. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, throwing his weight around down low. Wagner getting to the line.
Wilson's checked in for Williams. And both free throws good for Wagner. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Knocks down the long J.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Isaac with a screen on Anderson. Up top, Isaac. Caldwell Pope for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Suggs against Anderson. Outside Johnson over Wagner, and Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Anderson. Anderson's got his 9th assist of the game now. Isaac outside. Suggs against Anderson. Suggs, the pass to Wagner, kicks it out to Isaac. Hey, from beyond the arc. Anderson pulls it down.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Pass to Thomas. Suggs against Anderson. Over Suggs. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
Well, something changed for him at halftime. He's been more solid on the offensive end.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Changes for Brooklyn. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Watford comes in for Johnson, and it's Martin in for Thomas. A big group substitution here for Orlando. A minute 22 left in the third. Now here's Suggs. He's got 16. Batadze, the pass to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock to stop the run. And another miss by Orlando. Brooklyn has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Here's Martin. Gets the 3 to fall. And now it's a 5-point Nets lead.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
And here's Anthony. He's got 6. The 3 from Suggs. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Anderson with it. Now guarded by Suggs. Martin, the pass to Wilson. Suggs against Anderson. Here's Watford. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Trendon Watford stepping to the line with 2 shots.
And he makes a first. So the Nets making a switch here. Whitehead's checked in. Harris is checked in for Orlando. So he gets them both. There's 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Anthony feeling it out a bit. And the layup is good. Anthony's got 8.
Wiggling his way in there. Anthony made it work in close.
Outside, Anderson. No good on the 3. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Nets out in front. They're up by 5. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist to the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Orlando, they've got Anthony, and it's Howard in at the small forward. Back to Anderson. Thomas outside. 3-pointer. Orlando with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to De Silva. Lots of room. Claxton with the rebound. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Anderson for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Anderson's got 11 points here in the 2nd half.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's De Silva. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Magic trail by 7. Here's Houston. Pass to Batadze. Anthony in the post. Anderson's there. Blocked! Thomas with the ball. De Silva with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Houston, no good. Brooklyn leading by 7. Now Anderson. Williams from long range. Orlando grabs the miss. Batadze's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's Houston. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Outside, Anderson. Thomas passes to Anderson. Here he goes. Here's Claxton, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Nets lead by 7.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
And so he calls for the time. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Wagner. Just 5 to shoot. Isaac outside. Hey, expanding his range. Williams grabs the board. Brooklyn leading by 7. Pass to Thomas. Back to Anderson. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes. Anderson's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Now here's Thomas. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Outside, Anderson. Over Suggs. And there's Anderson. That one's good. On the assist by Thomas. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Now here's Anderson. Johnson on the wing. Back to Anderson. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Wagner.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
To the middle. Here's Caldwell Pope. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, you just, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope isn't a guy that shoots a ton of free throws, but he makes them count.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that missed free throw when it's all said and done.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 13.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Well, we saw Suggs' ability to take over games at the collegiate level, doing the same here in the NBA. Thomas outside. Here's Anderson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Brooklyn. Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And also, I just love how they've been moving the ball side to side on the perimeter. Great passing, unlocking their offensive potential.
He hits the second from the line. 1:29 left to play in the fourth quarter. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Wagner Some solid defense from Claxton.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Anderson passes to Claxton, and a nice finish on the layup. Great game for him. Double-double now.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Nets.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Captain Clutch.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Now here's Wagner. Here's Suggs. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
Yeah, big men that can dish the ball like Wagner seem to be the new commodity in the NBA.
Anderson for 3. Drills it from deep.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Here's Williams. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac.
At the line, Zaire Williams. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And for the NBA Cup tournament, they finished group play with a 3-1 record.
Yeah, they put some extra effort into these NBA Cup games, if you ask me. Now, proving they came to play this year.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you later.